Your enzyme journey. If you'll notice, the sperm and the egg is the beginning of one cell that you, and it contains the DNA of both parents. But in just 5 short days, many exciting things will take place. You'll develop from one single cell into 16 cell divisions, much like a honeycomb, but its size remains the same. The honeycomb opens, and we see the fluid, which holds all the information you will need to grow. Now the embryo will begin to cleave to the structure and begins a beautiful process of becoming more than just a few cells. During this time, there are cells set, which become your brain, spinal cord, nerves, and digestive system. Your embryo now holds 250 cells by the time it's ready to move into the space to implant into mother's lining. In the first few days, you are given an estimated 20,000 to 25,000 genes. These genes carry 3 billion bits of genetic information, how you'll spell your proteins. And remember that enzymes are proteins. They spell out the specific letters, but the enzyme does the work. This information will be stored in your DNA. Now this shows enzymes doing the work. It's a protein and proteases. And now it splits it and lets it go where it needs to do its work. Every cell requires 20,000 enzymes to stay alive. But it uses an extra 13,000 enzymes just to duplicate itself. Remember, you have 100 trillion cells in your body if you're healthy. These cells may look different, but they have the same requirements. Here's a rendition of a working cell. You will see they pass information to each other on the cell, possibly in the cell. They make different things take place. Enzymes make 150 different chemicals every second. The cell can manufacture parts that it needs, and no life, whether yours or someone else's, would be possible without these little enzyme micro machines. Now this is a protein, amino acids. It's going through the gatekeeper into the cell, and here in the cell it's going to go, and it's also going to be made available. It's going to be transcribed. This is the genetic transcription according to what you were given. And this is how the proteins are coming to build themselves according to your instruction book. And this is whether it's repairing or building. Now here comes a protein outside the cell. Notice a protease will come up to it, take it where it needs to go. These are proteins inside the cell, and they hang around waiting to see what's needed. They can reach up and try to find out what's going on the cell. These are little lipid raft, and it's holding 2 proteins that's kind of going around and checking where it's needed next. And if you'll notice, it's going to go up to the upper left and look for a place to go through the cell. Now this is the big guy. He's called kinesin, and he's a motor protein. And he moves a big bag of new proteins around inside the cell so we can use it for building. It moves because of an enzyme, like you're seeing here, and it has its own enzyme, the kinesin enzyme, and then, of course, ATP enzyme. That's how it gets to do the work. I love this because proteins can be spun from amino acids. So there's an amino acid chain going through, and they're being spun out to be what it needs to be. They can build cells, white blood cells. Here's a lymphocyte. He's looking for action. He can even smell an improper protein. This is also a lymphocyte, but it's in dark field. Dark field is a way of looking at live blood, and you can see the lymphocyte in the middle. Here is another white blood cell, but this one is after the bacteria that's in the blood. So it gives you an idea of how our immune system works. Now for us to have this proper immune system, and for it to work in such a way that it should, our DNA to spell out correctly, then for us to be healthy, we have some choices. And one of the best choices that I know is taking supplemental digestive enzyme, especially the protease, so that we can have these proper proteins that do such a beautiful work. Digestive enzyme. enzymes, no small thing, that they help digest food. They come from our pancreas.